All right, let's get this party started. This is really vulnerable to get on here with no makeup and not having my gray hair covered up and everything, but I really want this to be a place where everybody feels comfortable and real and where we can talk about real things as moms. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me while I put my makeup on. I know we've heard a lot about my husband, Dan, and our family over the last couple years, but I don't talk about myself too much on there. So I've started to a little bit more lately, but not so much. Anyways, I was born and raised as a military brat. I was born in Washington. At the age of 10, my dad became a single dad and began raising me and my three siblings. I went to high school in Germany. I went to middle school in Japan. Because I was raised by my dad, I have no idea how to put makeup on and do my hair. I've actually recently come across Olivia, who sells this Saint makeup, I think. Seant, I don't know how you say it. And it has become fun for me to try and figure out how to do this. I've never been one to do shading and all these different contouring and whatever. But she makes it look so easy and flawless. So she's given me some inspiration to do that. Anyways, after graduating high school, I moved to Utah from Germany, and that's where I met my first husband. We got married while in school. I graduated from Brigham Young University with a bachelor's degree in marriage, family, and human development, and a minor in gerontology. I was married the first time around for about 6 years, I think, 6, 7 years. And together, my first husband and I adopted our oldest son, who will be graduating this year. Shortly after we got divorced, I met my second husband, who is my second son's dad. And some of you know the story of that. Our marriage ended. We had a really rough marriage. Anyways, we were great friends and had a great love and everything, but things were really bad at times and we had a lot of struggles. Anyways, he ended up getting in a bullet bike accident and is now like a little child. He has a brain injury. That was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to go through. I had a 1.5-year-old child at the time and a 6-year-old, and it was just extremely difficult to go through. He was in a coma for a while. That's a story for another day. Through that time, I met and became friends with Dan. Fast forward a little while, and we decided to blend our families. Dan and I have been married 10 years. In that 10 years, we both had 2 kids when we got married. So we started out with 4 in our marriage. And then we were able, through the miracle of in vitro fertilization, to add 2 more. And obviously, there's a lot that's happened in between all of that. So I have a lot to share. I have learned a lot. I have made a lot of mistakes. I had made a lot of good choices, and I have had a very rich and blessed life in spite of the many, many trials that I've gone through, both as a child and an adult. So I am looking forward to sharing that with all of you and really getting to know you all and creating a community of women that support each other through all of the ups and downs. As wives and moms, we go through a lot on a daily basis, and I want to create a safe space where we can share some of those hardships and trials and bounce some great positive ideas off of each other and just focus on what matters and what's important with God and family and being a good woman. I have learned a lot, and heaven knows I still have a heck of a lot to learn still. So I look forward to a lot of your wisdom and comments coming in. I'm going to cover up these grays and then I'll be done. I am going to be sharing a lot of my favorite products along the way, just the ones that I love, so that you guys can use them too if you want. I promise you that I'll only ever share things that I actually use and love, and know. And if I don't, and I'm just trying it out for the first time, I'll make sure and be open about that too. Just need to share and just help each other out so we can save the hard things, right? Look how nice that covers up your little roots at the base of your hair. Love it. All right, you guys. I'm going to go wrangle the kiddos. Look at all these grays. Good times. All right. See you next time.